We'd already had strategies and things in place of improvements we wanted to make. So that's what the request was about. So we could help to make this event that does so much for the UK economy, for people's hearts and minds, for the well-being of people. That's why we needed the money, to make sure that it can happen in a safe way.
The Notting Hill Carnival has faced criticism for a number of violent incidents over the past few years. There were 2 murders at last year's event. Cher Maximin was killed in front of her 3-year-old daughter. Professional and acclaimed chef Musi Imnetu, who had worked with chefs such as Gordon Ramsay, was another victim murdered at the carnival during a row outside a restaurant. Concerns over safety at the carnival have also contributed to insecurity about its future, and the festival's organisers wrote to the government earlier this year to ask for urgent funding. Funding has now been granted for extra security measures.
Carnival's always been a contested space, you know. I put some of it down to lazy journalism, to be frank. People get something that, they think, I would say sells papers, but papers don't sell. It's about clickbait and what's going to get the most views. I think people jump on that narrative, and they don't really tell the true story of Carnival. We reject the narrative that Carnival is a problem. For us, Carnival is a gift. It's a gift to London, and it should be respected as the legacy that it is. What's a bad rap? 16,789 knife-related crimes in London alone last year. For me, Carnival is a reflection of society, whether you're talking about music, fashion, and unfortunately, our society is a violent society at the moment. There's a problem with knife crime. There's a problem with youth violence. We're not going to stop that by blaming Notting Hill Carnival. For me, it's a collective response. Some of the extra things that we're doing for stewarding is going to allow the police to get on with their role, their true role of crime detection and prevention.